You know what he says? I want to show you the world, the open door of every consciousness. Mr. Chairman. Analysis and guess. We live in a world where every individual you see is ripe for your manipulation. But then people say you should be a leader and motivate people. What's the difference? You see, fellow Toastmasters and guests, in the world we live in, to be the leader, you must have authority of both of those skills. And in leadership, you must be able to manipulate and to motivate. The skill is when do you apply it. Now, many people may look at me and be like, what kind of a crowd is this guy talking about? Let me help you understand a lesson in leadership. Go to Guyana in the 1980s. A man who decides in the 70s to start a church that says, you know what, we're going to unite everyone in a time when racial segregation was a big deal. He gave the people the desire to be united. And as a result of that, he convinced these individuals to sell their entire livelihood and move into the jungle of Guyana and live. I ain't talking about the Kool-Aid. I'm going to talk about how his idea was so strong, those individuals abandoned their own life to follow the dream in his mind. Did he manipulate or motivate? You decide. So today, as you sit in 2025, with all the technology at your hand, wanting to be a content creator and share your ideas with the world, I need you to realize a leadership essential is the mastery of those two tools. David Koresh. Why is he talking about all these fanatics? Because 40 years later, he is studying on how he had such an impact on an individual. What am I saying to you? Many times we think the stick is bad, but as the officer seated about that, the stick is needed. In leadership, the job of the leader is to take the blame. That is your job. Your job is also to share all the glory, so your team could feel good. That's how you motivate them. But when you throw a staff party, when you ask them to play Secret Santa, when you just remember their right coffee, when you shake their hand and ask about their son, when you ask about their wife, you motivate or you manipulate them. Because you see, you need them to buy into you and trust you. Because you're going to ask them to go beyond their comfort limits. And so if you think you can only energize them with inspiration, you're wrong. There's going to be a time when you have to kill someone in the square to let them know that you're in charge and we're going ahead with this idea. Where it fails or where it passes, because I'm in charge. But to make you feel good about it, I need to do two things. I need you to feel as though that I allow you to talk to me and I listen. But the true part about being a leader is, the trick is not to listen. It's to make them feel as though that they've spoken. They only want a chance to talk. At the end of the day, the ultimate decision is yours. And so as a good leader, it's not about listening to them. It's about making them feel as though that they have the opportunity to talk. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I know you were surprised by this message. But I need you to understand this is important. This is why we have the uniforms that we have, because you must trust me when you come here. Because I'm attired. To put this attire together takes time, so that inspires you. Am I motivating you or manipulating you? When I create employee of the year, employee of the quarter, that's competition among you all. Because we all know, as an employer, you have one simple objective: to get the most out of your employees for the least amount of money. And as the employee, you have one objective: to do the least amount of work to get the maximum amount of pay. So therefore, as the leader, you must have what Napoleon Hill speaks about in Outwitting the Devil: desire brings success. A weak desire brings weak success. But a desire that is strong and pulsating in teams of the brain can be incepted into the minds of the many shells that walk here, calling themselves free-thinking individuals. Because see, that's another trick of being a leader. My idea is your idea, but you think it's your idea and you follow that idea through. And I give you the authority to execute my idea. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as the leader, it is your job to one, learn your people. The ins and outs, what drives them, what doesn't drive them. Then you need to find the things that make them want to chase for the carrot. But you also must have a ready stick at hand, quickly to use. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I want to leave with you two leadership essentials. You have to manipulate and you have to motivate. When you choose to apply, it's up to you. But let me help you understand when you motivate someone, it's for their own benefit, and you might get a benefit too. When you manipulate someone, it's solely for your benefit. But really and truly, are the lives many of these individuals living even lives? If you didn't come there and give them something to do, would they be anybody in this life? You're giving them an opportunity to shine. So do not feel bad when you have a human under your control. Because in this world we live in, your network is your network. And those who work for the money don't earn the big bucks. And so therefore I encourage you, when you go tomorrow, start to recruit your armies of little soldiers that you're going to bring in to do your bidding, to execute your vision, and to help you achieve your dreams, so you can get to the life that you want. Because at the end of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, whether you motivate them or manipulate them, without you leading them, they will have no life. And in the words of distinguished Toastmaster Cyprian Gibson, lead us to lead. So let's manipulate and motivate.